I started my career in politics 40 years ago. And there are those who say that my views are naive, that I don't realize how vicious the world is. Well, let me tell you something. Wherever we went in the region, not just in meeting with high officials, in meeting with people, in town hall meetings, in Damascus, in South Lebanon, in meeting with large groups of people in the Palestinian areas, people's hearts are open. People's hearts are open. It's time that America had a leader whose heart was open, whose vision was clear, who has consistently made the right choices on policy, who has had the courage to stand up when all others were silent and to speak out when others dare not speak. There is no other path to peace, my friends. And for the Arab American community, if you want peace, then you have to start backing those who have stood for peace. If you want peace, and you want someone who has the courage to stand for it, then you must have the courage to take a stand in this election. I come to you not as someone who is a supplicant. I come to you as someone who has taken a stand in the moment when it mattered the most. Imagine America with a leader who's fearless, confident, open-hearted, who's willing to reach out to the world, who can take an even hand in all matters of international policy, who grew up in the inner city of Cleveland, the oldest of seven, whose parents never owned a home, who lived in 21 different places by the time I was 17, including a couple cars. When I look at the devastation of war, I can imagine what my own family would go through if they were in that situation. When I see this country planning an attack on Iran, loosely talking about 30,000-pound bombs being dropped on the nuclear research facilities, which would send radioactivity across a wide region, which would set the stage for the destruction of millions of more people. I ask myself, what's happened to our country? What's happened to our country when we can so carelessly talk about war as though it's some kind of video game? What's happened to our country when we could see 1 million people already killed in Iraq and not be so enraged that people would be marching in the street and millions would be marching on Washington, D.C.? What's happened to our country when we can be silent while policies of eavesdropping and wiretapping go on, while torture and rendition goes on, while our Constitution gets ripped up? What's happening to our country? This is a time for us to call forward all Americans who love their country. This is a time for us to call forward all of those who believe in the deeper meaning of our Star-Spangled Banner, which asks, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave? This is a time for leaders who are courageous and who will call forth courage from the American people, to not be afraid of the other, to realize that other is actually our brother and sister, to realize that we're all one world, that we're all interconnected and interdependent, that we're all God's children, and that we cannot reject that claim, because the fact of the matter is we're all created in an image and likeness of something that's good and holy and universal. We must reclaim what's good in America. We must reclaim what's just in America. We must reclaim what's right and true in America. And my candidacy for President of the United States and my presidency will be our presidency. It will be an opportunity to reclaim America. Join me. Join our efforts. Come, my friends. Let's create a new America. Let's restore our country. Let's create an America that stands for what's right, that stands for peace, great peace. This is the moment where we can have a step in line. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please join us. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have a reception right next door in a small room around the corner. We'll be happy to meet any of you. We're going to be, my wife and I will be here for a few hours. And we'd like to engage you in a discussion and also to talk to you about what you may be able to do to help take this country in a new direction. So with that, thank you very much and good day. Thank you.